All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakorash, to honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, Wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. All right, truly, the elder apostle Tahar, he said it some years back. You know, whenever there's a video going, you know, there's really three lessons in a video. There's the lesson that the video is about. There's a lesson that can be pulled out of that lesson, and then there's a lesson, you know, from the comment boards and the conversation, you know, especially if it's, you know, a live video. But right here, this is going to be the video. This is a response from Elder Apostle Gabar did a response to the good brother Priest Tazamah's video down in Dallas, the testimonial that he had about the dream of seeing, you know, the heads of One West. And something that stood out to me in particular, I haven't even gotten more than 5 minutes into the video. You know, now I went and watched Priest Tazamah's video, but I was watching the Elder Apostle's video here, Elder Apostle Gabar, and he goes to give a description and describe the character of the brother, which I can attest to because I've had the pleasure to meet the brother myself. And what came to mind is, y'all, you know, us brothers in this truth, right, new, or whether you've been around or for a little minute, regardless, you should be striving to have a good reputation amongst the brothers, and especially if you have the, you know, ability, you've been given the blessing to meet one of the elders and apostles. They should see you as a good soldier. Okay, you should have a good report in this thing, y'all, and you should be striving amongst many things. That should be one of the things that's on your mind that you strive for, to have a good report amongst the brothers. Okay, you shouldn't be the guy in the camp who, you know, oh, man, that brother good, but that brother, he can't control his Johnson, or, you know, that brother good, but, you know, don't turn your back on your plate. You know, your plate might be missing. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? We should be striving for a good report and the love of the congregation. So I'm gonna let this play so you can hear what I'm, you know, what I'm talking about. Let me get some scriptures.
The vision that he had, but I'm gonna play probably the majority of this video for you. In this video, I'm gonna react to it. And the brother's name is Tazamah, and he's I've met that brother, like he said in the video. I find him to be a very studious brother, you know, quite humble brother. You know, he's got the right kind of temperament for being in this ministry as far as what I see, you know. And he's very diligent. This is a brother that constantly does videos, and each of his videos is edified. It's no BS, you know. So shout out to that brother, shalom to you. And I'm gonna react to your video.
So right there, just that quick, you know, that part, I was like, man, wait a minute, man. I was like, man, hold up, man. You know, the Elder Apostle Gabar gave a very good report of the brother, Tazamah, Priest Tazamah, all right, in which he earned through what? Diligence, obedience, hard work, subjugation, humbleness, meekness, temperament, right? We should be striving to have good reports amongst one another. Okay, so let me start with this, man. Let me start with, let me get this scripture out of Sirach. It was at 4 and 7. And this was a scripture, precisely. Sirach 4 and 7. Get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man. Okay? Get yourself the love of the congregation. How do you do that? As a brother first coming in, right? How do you get yourself the love of the congregation? Showing your spiritual diligence. You know, you first come up to the camp, you're taking notes. You know, you highlighting scriptures, you marking things down. Each week you come out, a brother asks you a question to test you, and you getting them right. Boom. You know, it shows you're paying attention, right? You might get rebuked one day. You don't buck up. You don't act a fool. You take it. You accept it. Keep it rolling, right? Let time go by, you know, work your way into the camp. Now you're in the camp, you're in the group chat, all All right, you paying attention to important messages. You're showing up to camp on time. When you're asked to do something, you do these things without a problem, because you're not being asked anything unreasonable. Brothers ain't asking you to do nothing we ain't never had to do ourselves, right? These are ways that you get the love of the congregation, showing yourself a good soldier of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in all of your actions. And something else in particular that stood out, that Elder Apostle Gabar said, he said, from what I see, meaning what? Y'all, we shouldn't, you know, because obviously, you know, the men, they're both in two different camps, so they're not around each other on a regular basis. But the Elder Apostle Gabar, he was able to discern, you know, the time period around the brother, that, you know, he's this is a good man, this is a humble man, this is a diligent man. The point of me saying this, you shouldn't only be doing good when eyes are around you. You should be trying to do your best even when you're on your own, even in your dealings in the world, y'all. You should be out here doing what's right. All right, you don't just be out running around lying, got tickets and warrants out, getting into fights every 10 seconds. All right, hey, look, you can lie to your woman. Hey, lie to your woman to keep peace in the household. But to everybody, be honest. And what, you know, I'm joking, I'm being facetious, but you understand what I'm saying. We should be honest within and honest without, not just trying to hold up appearances around brothers long enough so you can slide back to doing some bullshit. All right, what is that? 1 Thessalonians 4 and 4 and 11, it says, and that ye study to be quiet and do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. That's another thing, man. Work. Take your ass to work. All right, literally, physically in the world, because when you're handling your business in the world, it makes the ministry easier for you. Less things stressing you out, less things pulling away your time and attention. Okay, verse 12, that ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may have lack of nothing. And that's how we're supposed to move, not just around brothers, but also when we're on our own. Because what's that? That's called character. That's called actual character. Okay? And these are things that these type of thoughts should run through your mind. Oh man, how do I, how am I perceived amongst the brothers? Am I looked at as the camp hothead, or am I looked at as the camp, I'm trying to think of different things. Am I the, always got my hand out but don't got nothing in return, right? Am I the camp glutton? We had a dude like that was in the camp. He ain't with us no more. Without fail, when everybody went and got their food, post camp, he going in a big ass circle around it. Brother, can I get a little bit of that? Brother, can I get a little bit of that? Oh, brother, brother, can I get a little bit? No. You ain't touching my plate. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? You should have care to your reputation, all right, in this truth. Because when you do have a good reputation, that opens doors up. Now you're allowed to go visit other camps. Now you're allowed to have more leeway because you've built up trust among the brotherhood, rather than being a brother who has to have a tight leash on you because you're known for being on too much bullshit. Which, obviously, we're not perfect, y'all. And coming out of the world, it takes time to get adjusted. But as the years go by, the days go by, the weeks go by, the months go by, the years go by, you should be improving in all aspects of your life. Proverbs 21:1, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor than silver and gold. Okay, so a good name is better than wealth. Let me do that. Reputation was that one? Good care of your reputation. Hey, and that brother, let me find this. Salakia. All right, Salakia. Hey, we're gonna deal with this. These are some good verses right here out of Sirach, the 39th chapter. How you in this truth, you making your way. This is a spirit you're supposed to have on you. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences, and be conversant in dark places. So you see here this trend of, seeking out the wisdom of the men that are over you, the ancients, the heads, all right, and getting built up, not just coasting by, off of somebody else's merits. All right, everybody in here, if y'all have ever seen that movie, The Spook That Sat by the Door, you had the scene where the leader, he said to all his men, he lined them up. He was like, what do you do, if I die? And then one came up with such and such takes over and moves to such and such district and does such and such. Then, he said again, and what if he dies? And then the next one will slide up. Then, such and such takes over and move here and do this and do that. And he went all the way down, through all the men. So everybody knew, what to do. We not just all here to, just to fucking stare at the ceiling. You should be getting built up while you're here. And in that process of getting built up, you're gaining a notable name for your conduct. Okay, now does that mean every single brother is going to be well known amongst each other and be super popular? No. There's certain brothers, popularity ain't going to go outside of the camp. But in that camp, you should be known for being a good brother. Right? The men, here it is, y'all. We love each other. How can I say this? The brotherhood is of more importance, or it should be of more importance to you than your own wife and children. Okay? And when you read the scriptures, you come to understand why. If the men who you love and love you, who you doing this work with, if they don't think highly of you, then what does that say about you? How have you been moving? What have you been doing and saying for the men who are around you to be like, man, something not right? You got to get the A. Come on. That's why you're supposed to be putting your best foot forward. All right. Verse 4, he shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he hath tried the good and evil among men. So right here, hey, he will serve among great men, right? Now I want to jump down. You know what? I'm going to read through this. I got other scriptures, actually. It says, when the great Lord, Slakia, verse 5, Sirach 39:5. He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer, and make supplication for his sins. Right there. So you see a spirit of self-analyzation, because you don't improve unless you're analyzing yourself. If you're just running around every day here on the earth, y'all, without any sense of introspection, then you don't really know what's going on. I need to do this more. I need to do that less. And not just thinking that to yourself, actively enacting upon a plan. Okay, let's say you're a brother, you drink too much. Okay, what are you going to do about it? Just keep, man, Lord, I pray, I hope I stop drinking. What are you going to do? Okay, now stop buying this particular drink. You don't need to buy it 5 times a week. Now you're only buying it 4. Work your way down. Now you're only buying it 3, right? If you're a brother who talks too much, let me let him talk. Let me slow up. Actively put in plans and work them. All right. It's useless if you're just thinking about the shit and not doing nothing behind it. Verse 6, when the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out wise sentences and give thanks unto the Lord in his prayer. He shall direct his counsel in knowledge, and in his secrets shall he meditate. So this is showing you, how he's grown in understanding. He shall show forth that which he hath learned, and shall glory in the law of the covenant of the Lord. Yep. So now it's being made evident. As time has passed, this man is growing. It says, many shall commend his understanding, and so long as the world endureth, it shall not be blotted out. His memorial shall not depart away, and his name shall live from generation to generation. Nations shall show forth his wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise. If he die, he shall leave a greater name than 1,000, and if he live, he shall increase it, y'all. And this is the type of name, record, and report you want to have. Especially of an elder and apostle, especially, right? All right, so I'm going to go back to the video so we can hear that brother's good report again. Then we're going to get a couple more scriptures. That's about it. But come on now, y'all. Being in this truth is deeper than just screaming at white people and eating chicken. And that's how you conduct yourself on your day-to-day and how you deal amongst the brotherhood. That's really what determines, you know, if you gonna last or not. You know, you can know all the breakdowns. You can you know, make white people kiss your feet and all that good shit, right? Edomites, right? But if you ain't growing, if you a demon, you're just not gonna last. It's just as simple as that. Take it back a little bit.
Elder High Priest Shaw or King Marshall or Elder High Priest Yaquab or Elder High Priest Ariel. He didn't meet any of those men, but he had a dream, which I believe, like he believes, that was a vision that he had. And I'm gonna play probably the majority of this video for you. In this video, I'm gonna react to it. And the brother's name is Tazamar, and he's I've met that brother, like he said in the video. I find him to be a very studious brother, you know, quite humble brother. You know, he's got the right kind of temperament for being in this ministry as far as what I see, you know. And he's very diligent. This is a brother that constantly does videos, and each of his videos is edifying. It's no BS, you know. So shout out to that brother, shalom to you. And I'm gonna react to your video.
Hey, and that's a very good report. You know, the elder apostle complimented his mannerisms, you know, humble, and he complimented his spiritual production, the fact that he does his videos consistently and they're edificational. And you know, that's another thing, you know, hey, two big things: your actual personality, right, how you get down and how you move, and are you doing the business of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? Hey, because hey, you could be, you know, meek, humble, but you do one video a year and you miss 3 camps, you miss 3 weeks, you got 4 weeks in a month, you miss 3 camps out of 4 in a month. We don't know what's up with you. We don't know what's up with you, right? So you got to also be productive in the works of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai as a good servant. Proverbs 18 and 16, it says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Okay, and there's truth. You're gonna figure out what your gift is, and you use that and you excel in that. If you're a brother, you know, you're the precept man. You know, make sure brothers get, you know, if a brother's struggling to find his precept, help him find that precept. If you one of the brothers, you the cameraman. You make sure everybody's straight. You get the camera set up. It's good to go, right? All the different gifts. You're one of the history brothers. You know, when it's time to go on about some history, that's where you step in, right? And you know, you get it all together. And with this gift, you will excel in the eyes of brothers, and they'll begin to look up to you, to see you as that man to go to for that specific thing or things, right? This is the type of, because you know, we're not here for, you know, carnal status. You know, oh man, that brother can ball. Man, that brother can throw a spiral. You know, man, that brother grill. Man, that grill. You know, these things are cool, but these things ain't what's getting us to the kingdom. You know, hey, you got hella brothers that can cook, but your ability to necessarily cook ain't why you here. Your spiritual gifts. All right. Hey, you go through what was that? 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, right? All the different gifts. And you got brothers that can speak multiple languages. Therefore, they use that to edify in other languages. Okay. These are you know, amongst many of the things you should be thinking about. These are some of them, y'all. And having care of your name and reputation, that's a very heavy, serious one, so that you can have a good report. You should have a good report. You should be striving for a good report. And we're not all going to be perfect. We all going to have our downsides. That's just, hey, y'all know, you know, I come from the martial arts realm, right? So first coming in, I was always quick to combat, but that shit had to slow down, because if you quick to fight, you're gonna be quickly dead, because you can't fight a bullet and you can't fight a knife, and that's what ended up happening to you. So we all have our flaws that we come from in the world, but as time progresses, you should be gaining mastery over it. to where brothers can look on you and say, man, that brother did truly change. Man, that brother did grew. You shouldn't still be in here, you know, years didn't went by. Man, that brother's still on that bullshit. Come on now, y'all. Come on. Sirach 8 and 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. That's how you get a good report. Minister. What does the word minister mean? Literally to serve. If you don't believe me, look it up. Verse 9. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers. And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth. Okay? So learn from the examples of the men before you in your camp and on the videos, man. You got brothers that, you want to look at an example of diligence? Look at the elder brother Manata Zakba of South Carolina. You know, stays popping them out. You want to look at examples of you know, brothers who, you know, go into breakdowns a lot, you know, deep in the spirit. You know, elders. You got Elder Yashwamba. You know, he's always pumping them out. So brothers is up to speed. Shoot, hey, just up top, Elder Apostle Tahar in terms of diligence. You know, without a doubt. 5 videos a day, easy money. All right, easy money. Hey, Elder Apostle Gabar been pushing the health kick recently. So UK, don't be neglecting your health. All right, all examples. These are just some of the men that came to mind. Not to downplay any other brothers, you know, that I didn't mention, right? But these are just some of the examples that come to mind. You look at the men before you. You take what you can, you learn, and you use it to better your life and to grow. Okay, you shouldn't be stagnant. Good report. And not just in the eyes of men, on your day-to-day, on your own. Because anybody can look good around just the brothers or on camera. But when that camera shut off, who are you truly? When you're on your own, who and what are you truly? Let me get one more. Hey, actually, hey, you see this phrase pop up a couple times. You know, Hebrews 11 and 2. For by it the elders have attained a good report, which our elders and apostles have. You know, the it is referring to his faith, right? But you see this pop up a couple times. Yeah, this is good stuff. But we'll deal with let's see, because this is another because this is dealing with you know, a man, right? Verse 1. 1 Timothy 3 and 1. It says, this is a true saying: if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. All right, so you're designed to be, you know, a brother, a servant, a laborer in this truth, right? And then it goes on to give a list of things not to be, you know, or things to be and things not to be. Be patient. Don't be a brawler. You know, don't be covetous. Don't be greedy. You know, apt to teach. Man, fuck it, y'all. Let me go through verse 2. Hey, 1 Timothy 3 and 2, it says, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, in which we have the understanding on that. All right, we're allowed to have multiple women, but for the sake of this ministry, you have more time for the brothers in ministry when you just got one woman instead of trying to juggle 20. All right, you understand? Those who know. We don't gotta explain it. It says, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. These are good things. These are good things. And that brother Tazama, priest Tazama, has these things. That's why he got a good report from the elder Apostle Gabar. Okay. Verse 3 says, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy, of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. Good qualities. You know, good ones to have and then the bad ones to avoid. Verse 4, one that ruleth well his own house, having children in subjection with all gravity. Right? And for those of us, you know, like me, that don't have children, even if you don't have children, this still applies. Handling your business. Handling your worldly business. You got your shit in order. All right. Verse 5, for if a man know not to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of Yahweh? Plain and simple, y'all. Plain and simple. Verse 6, not a novice, least being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. And right there, not a novice. So it takes time to build up that good report and that reputation. All All right. You don't just come in on your first week and be the man. It takes time. You have to change from your old man. But if you're not changing, therein lies the problem. Verse 7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he falls into reproach and the snare of the devil. So right there, y'all, I'm gonna end it. Also, having a good report of them that are without as well. So a good report amongst the brothers and a good report even in the world. All they should be able to say about us is what? You go to what was that, Titus? We go over right to that, y'all. Only thing these people should be able to say is that we a little bit crazy about the Bible. We's obsessed about the Bible. That's all they should be able to say on us. Titus 2 and I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, and doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you, man. And that brother, that's a good man. I've met him myself, right? That's the type of repertoire you want to have. No evil, and can't nobody say nothing negative on you for real, right? We have our secret faults, that's between every man and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? But how your outward perceived and known reputation, it shouldn't be that of slothful, of a nigga, he show up but he don't really do much. None of that shit, y'all, man. Take concern to your name and to your reputation in this truth. All right, so that's about it. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Baruch HaKodesh, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim Wa'akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Shalom.